And now we'll turn our attention to the northeastern region of the country, and governors of that region are not keeping quiet over the security situation, calling on the military to maintain momentum to sustain it in the fight against insurgency by taking advantage of the reported division amongst the insurgents. Now, in Yobe State, it's feared that more than 1.4 million residents may be at the risk of food crisis resulting from the insurgency, a situation made worse by other security challenges such as herder-farmer crisis and communal clashes, which has left many farmland deserted. Many of the deaths have occurred and are linked to insurgency-related issues such as poverty, hunger, and lack of access to quality healthcare, aside from killings orchestrated by the insurgents. Now let's take a look, at how the state government is handling the situation. And joining us on News Across Nigeria today from Damaturu, the state capital, is the Yobe State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Abdullahi Bego. You're welcome to the program. Are you joining us from Unguru in Yobe State?
Yes, I'm joining you from Unguru, Yobe State right now.
Oh, that's great. It's good to have you, sir. Now, to jump straight into it, we know that no meaningful developments cannot occur without security. That being said, the Governor Maimala Buni administration is making no bones about advancing the course of development in spite of the security challenges. Therefore, what can you tell us about the steps that are being taken as far as development is concerned and the corresponding security situation that has to be tamed so these developments can occur?
Well, first of all, let me say that the security situation across Yobe State is improving, generally speaking, and that's thanks to the effort of the security agencies, the Army, the police, the DSS, the Air Force, etc. His Excellency Governor Maimala Buni is focused on ensuring that people are able to recover from the effects of the insurgency and to advance their lives with the support that his administration is continuing to give. The administration is retrofitting and rebuilding schools. The administration is constructing new primary healthcare centers, providing free drugs to women and children. His Excellency is also boosting agricultural development with support to communities hardest hit by the Boko Haram insurgency. So across the board, the governor is trying to ensure that using the little resources available to the government, that people can get back to normality, people can get back to their normal lives, and to continue to achieve their objectives in life, generally speaking. So that's what's happening right now.
Let's talk for a moment about schools. I know that education is dear to the heart of your governor, Maimala Buni. I know that because in his inauguration in 2019, he spoke about being committed to providing the counterpart funding for education so that they could get the grants to fund the schools in Yobe State. As far as that is concerned, what's happening in terms of education?
Well, His Excellency Governor Maimala Buni, from the get-go, declared an emergency in the education sector. You know, education is the currency of today's economy. And he understands that no meaningful development can be achieved without quality access to education for our sons and daughters across Yobe State. So what His Excellency the Governor is doing is to retrofit schools that are existing, provide teachers with the resources and tools that they need to teach our kids, and also to establish new schools, model schools, mega schools across the state, in Potiskum, in Damaturu, in Unguru, in Gashua, in Buniadi, in Gaidamtam. Across all the major towns of the state, His Excellency is building new schools as we speak. Some of them have already been completed, but those that are already existing, those that have been affected by the Boko Haram insurgency, those that were destroyed by the insurgents or that were looted by the insurgents, those are being retrofitted as we speak. So this is one of, education is front and center for the governor. He understands that this is a very important priority that he has to pay attention to. And because of this, His Excellency the Governor is making sure that our sons and daughters across the state have access to quality education and that our school enrollment is improving. And as a result of this, not just is school enrollment increasing, but students' performance across the state in qualifying examinations, including NECO and WAEC, those performances have been improved over time. So this is what is happening right now. And because of this effort, education in Yobe, as we speak, is ascendant. Things are improving steadily.
Sounds very encouraging. Commissioner Bego, what about housing? I know that about 1,800 housing units were being constructed or are being constructed, and a number of houses have also been provided for the internally displaced persons who lost their accommodations. What's going on with housing?
Well, actually, currently the governor is building 2,800 housing units actually across the state, in the state capital, but across all the 17 local government areas of Yobe State. Actually, right now, many of the houses have been completed. Some are in what we call advanced stages of completion, but they have yet to be allocated because we want to make sure that His Excellency is keen to ensure that the infrastructure is provided in the housing units, such as roads and drainage system and electricity, security, etc. So this is what the governor is focused on providing right now. Many of the houses have already been completed, but these infrastructure projects that are ongoing within the estates are currently ongoing. So once they are completed and the government has a report about the status of completion, His Excellency can't wait a moment to distribute these houses to people who deserve them, so that access to housing across the state will continue to increase.
Thank you so much for this information, and we certainly wish the governor and you and the people of Yobe State the best as far as development is concerned and everything in general. Thank you for coming on News Across Nigeria.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciation.